The 2,000-yard stare, Vietnam, 1966. Pilot Victor Vizcarra evacuated from a jungle landing site after parachuting and witnessing his plane crash into a mountain. White women beating a woman who came out with a sign supporting equal rights for black people on St. Augustine Beach. Florida, 1962. Menthol cocaine for coughs, 1911. Instructions say to take one lozenge every 2 hours. A Turkish official taunts starving Armenian children with bread during the Armenian Genocide, 1915. A Turkish official taunts starving Armenian children with bread during the Armenian Genocide, 1915. A bear drawn by the smell of baking rolls in the oven, Russia, Cape Schmidt, 1997. When seatbelts in racing were not yet mandatory, 1950s. Ma Barker, the mother of all American gangsters, organized the Barker Gang. She was killed along with her son Fred in a fierce hours-long shootout with FBI agents who surrounded her home in 1935. Mexicans and Americans playing volleyball over the border fence, Naco, Arizona, 1979. A 107-year-old former slave and his wife listened to a Ku Klux Klan preacher, Talladega, 1948. Initiation of a newcomer to work at a whites-only restaurant, USA, 1960. A Turk washes his feet for his final prayer as Bulgarian soldiers prepare the gallows for him, 1913. Doctors perform artificial respiration on a drowning victim while a woman in a swimsuit poses, New York, 1940. On Christmas 1914, during World War I, German and British soldiers on the front line held an unscheduled truce. They sang Christmas carols, exchanged gifts sent from home, and played football. In the following years of the war, such truces could not be arranged again. Santa Claus during the Croatian War of Independence, 1991. Children injured in the artillery shelling of Leningrad, World War II, 1943. London Military Hospital, World War I participants, 1918. A young Red Army soldier after the Battle of Kursk, 1943. A rally in support of Hitler's political ideas, photo from 1937. This rally is considered one of the largest in history. 8 years later, in 1945, many participants would claim they never supported Hitler. Village Wedding, 1913. Incredibly happy faces. A French soldier writes a letter during a break between the battles of the Verdun, Meat Grinder, 1916. Panic swept the crowd during Liverpool's match against Nottingham in 1989. 96 people died and 766 were injured. To this day, it remains the worst disaster in football history. Pablo Escobar in one of his money storage rooms with rubber bands for cash scattered everywhere. Colombia, 1982. Declassified photo of a spy pigeon used by the CIA in the 1960s during operations in the USSR. Christmas party for the Reich Chancellery staff, Germany, 1937. The boldest necklines of the 1950s. The largest found dicot leaf in the Amazon rainforest, South America. Sexy lingerie, France, late 19th century. Inside the fuselage of a Handley Page Halifax heavy bomber after a combat mission, England, 1942. A courier dog delivers food to the front lines for German soldiers during World War I. Installing antennas on the Twin Towers, 1979. Later, these antennas would prevent rescue aircraft from landing on the rooftops. Black prisoners carrying out disciplinary punishment, USA, 1937. Female prison guard with her inmates, New Orleans, 1963. Safety standards on a ski lift in Wyoming, 1965. Special effects in the film industry in the 1960s. Human Cannonball Act at a carnival, Massachusetts, 1991. The final moments of a kamikaze dive on the aircraft carrier, Lexington, 1944. Crowd fights over toilet paper in a Tokyo supermarket, Japan, 1973. Turkish teenagers marching to take part in the Battle of Gallipoli, 1915. A Soviet soldier chases a man who threw stones at a tank, Poland, 1968. Newspaper Boys, St. Louis, Missouri, 1910. What X-rays looked like in the 1900s. The first image of people in a photograph happened by accident, taken in 1838. How Hiroshima has changed since 1945. British soldiers blinded after a gas attack, waiting in line for the doctor. Town meeting, USA, 1961. Auschwitz concentration camp after liberation, 1945. Indian soldiers wearing gas masks in trench positions, World War I, 1915. No, there is no banana there, 1958. Mother and child cooking in gas masks, French Village, World War I. U.S. National Guardsmen with a convoy of trucks carrying captured Iraqis, Kuwait, 1991. Soviet soldiers and an officer drinking with Americans to celebrate victory, 1945. Waitress race carrying drinks, New York, 1967. Submarine crew in diving suits, 1908. Model for the Statue of Liberty, 36-year-old Isabel Boyer. German soldier gives bread to a Russian orphan boy, 1942. Spruce trees hung over a road to camouflage it from the air. Finland, 10 kilometers from the Soviet border, 1941. A Saro tribe member in traditional mask, Papua New Guinea, 1969. View of Pearl Harbor, Oahu Island, Hawaii, USA, December 7, 1941. Russian soldiers teaching a captured German to dance, World War I, 1915. Weapons confiscated from passengers at an airport, Russia, 1991. Catherine Switzer, the first woman to run the Boston Marathon, despite race organizers trying to stop her, 1967. Lunch break during the filming of Star Wars. Beatles records burned in Waycross, Georgia, 1966. Protest actions during the Miss America contest, 1969. Russian Imperial Army soldiers in gas masks, World War I. German Lieutenant General of Infantry Anton Dostler tied to a post before execution, 1945. Racist residents beat and expel black journalist Alex Wilson from their town, Little Rock, Arkansas, 1957. Bulgarian peasants using an elephant for field work, 1900. During World War II, Disney made friendly children's gas masks. British and German soldiers during the Christmas Truce, World War I, 1914. American scientist James Stuckey and volunteer Judy Creedon demonstrating the human body's ability to conduct electricity during a lecture in New York, 1966. U.S. Marine posing in the back of a truck with gold bars to be shipped to the USA, Baghdad, Iraq, 2003. Conjoined twins Pip and Flip, popular circus performers, 1923. British sergeant training the Army of Moms during the Battle of Britain, 1940. Divers, 1940s. Open-air POW camp, Kharkov, USSR, 1944. Aerialist Betty Fox jumps rope 20 stories high in Chicago, 1955. Midwives show newborn triplets to their father, who fainted from emotion, New York, 1946. Noble Mongolian women, 1900s. Plymouth, Massachusetts police officers salute their service dog, Kaiser, as he is led to the vet clinic for euthanasia. Charles Darrow, creator of the famous board game Monopoly, 1930s. In 1914, at the request of the U.S. government, Russia sent about 2,000 engineers to help establish a heavy military industry in the USA. A man sleeps in a sarcophagus during a bombing raid, London, 1940. Adolf Hitler signs an autograph for a Catholic nun, 1932. Railroad bridge built entirely from stacked logs, Oregon, 1903. Marine with his lighter hit by shrapnel, 1969. Strength test of a pipe, the inventor sits inside, Canada, 1920. How witnesses used to testify against the mafia, 1969. Seoul, South Korea, 1904. Nurse holding a sick child during a smallpox outbreak, Wrocław, Poland, 1963. Policeman measuring a swimsuit's length, USA, 1964. Looted Inca Cemetery, Peru, 1973. Pearl Harbor, 1941. Sailors of the Italian tall ship Amerigo Vespucci saying goodbye to their wives, Naples, 1963. As punishment, a French woman who had a relationship with a German is shaved bald, 1945. Smiling gangster Charlie Berger before execution, Benton, 1928. American submarine rescuing a pilot shot down by the Japanese, future U.S. President George H.W. Bush, 1944. French cavalry on the way to the front, World War I, 1914. Execution of opium dealers in China, 1935. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope these photos impressed you. Some may have made you angry, brought a smile, made you happy, or perhaps even caused some negativity. Feel free to leave your comments and stay tuned for the next part. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Bye.